What's the haps, everybody? It's Respectful Homes back again with an outdoor shoe review. This time I'm bringing you the Nike Air Presto in the Brutal Honey colorway. The official colors listed on the box for this one are black, yellow streak, and neutral gray. Alright, so a little bit of history on the Presto line is it was created by Toby Hatfield back in 2000 in the Alpha Project. If you look right here, and I'll point this out in detail later on with some close-ups, there's 5 silver dots there, which are the insignia for the Alpha Project. So anything that was created as part of the Alpha Project has those 5 dots. And the basic concept for this shoe was they wanted your foot to control a shoe instead of your shoe controlling your foot. And it's a very minimalist design, which was used to try and accomplish that. The entire shoe, the upper is basically a sock liner, which is wrapped inside of this cage right here, which is built to lock your foot into place. And the shoe is intended to be as light and as comfortable as possible, and they even ended up changing the sizing scheme just for this model. It started out all the way from an extra small all the way up to an extra large, and each one of those sizes represented the typical numerical system that's used for shoe sizing. So instead of using numbers, they used a t-shirt sizing system. 2000, when it was created, Nike marketed the hell out of this shoe. I mean, they had a crazy ad campaign going on, which I'm not even gonna lie, it completely sucked me in. I never bought the shoes, but I wanted them. I just couldn't see myself at the time. I was like in high school or something, so I couldn't shell out over $100, for a shoe like this, where I wasn't heavy into running, or I was more into my basketball shoes and my Jordans and stuff. But I mean, they had 13 different models of this shoe, all with different logos and colorways, and I mean, it was crazy, and just funny, like, minute-and-a-half spots that were animated. And even to this day, back in my parents' house, I don't think they've changed my room at all since I moved out years ago, but I still have a page out of a magazine that was an advertisement for the Rabid Panda version of this Presto, just pinned to my wall. Just I don't know why, but for some reason that particular colorway and the name of it just kind of struck me, and I thought it was funny and creative and just kind of innovative. But I was all in on that. I'm glad they're bringing these shoes back around, because if I can, I'm planning on maybe picking up every single one of them that I can. All right, with the history out of the way, let's go ahead and hop right into this review. All right, so getting up close, here is this black elastic mesh sock liner, which makes up the entire upper and runs underneath the cage system right there and behind the heel and everything. It is super comfortable. And it's in all black. And right here on this section of the upper, you've got this golden colored cage, and that color is not listed on the box, but I'm going to refer to it as a gold. And this right here is meant to lock your foot into place, because that elastic's not going to get the job done. You've got your Presto branding here. It slides all the way down into the midsole, this yellow streak swoosh. Got a little bit more of that gold on the toe there, which I'll get into later. But yeah, this section here was said to have been modeled after the old school iMac computers, where you could see through them, and it's kind of translucent, but not really. But you can definitely see how they came up with the idea for that, and how it's very similar to those old school iMacs. Coming down into your midsole, I don't know how it looks on camera, but it's a neutral gray color. It may look a little white to you, I'm not sure with the sunlight, but it's actually neutral gray. You've got your yellow streak swoosh here, and that foam is super comfortable when you get your foot inside of the shoe. You've got a little bit of black here also, with these 5 dots there that signify that Alpha Project. And I've seen some other people's who these dots are just filled in very sloppily with that silver color that's in there. I mean, it got all around the outside and stuff. It looked terrible. So I was lucky enough not to have that issue. All right, flipping it over, Looking at the sole, you got this yellow Duralon foam down at the bottom, which is super, super comfortable, adding to the comfort of the shoe. It's in that yellow streak colorway, coming all the way across. You got some more hits of that neutral gray there. And of course, there's your black. And you got a little bit of Nike Air branding right there. Checking out the backside now. Here's that heel counter, which goes into the cage around the sides. I'm not sure whether you can see it, because I can definitely see through there, but I'm not sure if the camera picks it up. But very lightly in the back, you can see underneath the cage that there's a Nike swoosh and air peeking through. Zoom in on it, you can tell me if you see it. But you can't really peel back behind it because it's stitched in to the sock liner there. And you got your pull tab on the heel there. It's clear with a strip of 3M going across it. And when that light hits it, it looks awesome. It feels plasticky, but I don't think it's plastic. Coming up to that full frontal, you've got that gold, and it's almost got like metallic flakes in it too when the sunlight hits it, which is supposed to provide extra protection for your toe. Going up a little bit, you can see a neutral gray swoosh stitched in there. And going all the way up, you got your neutral gray oval laces all the way up to the tongue, which if I can get it turned properly, you've got your Presto Insignia there, and kind of I'm not even sure what color that is. It's kind of translucent. I think it's supposed to match the gold, but it's not quite gold. But you've got your Presto symbol with the swoosh in there. And I'm not sure if it was ever like that on some of the old Prestos. I never had the original ones, but there was like a netted mesh that went here that was very similar to the netted mesh here, just in a black color, that I wish was there, just to kind of give it, you know, a materials change up. I think that would have looked really cool, but I've seen pictures of something like that. I don't know whether that was the original idea or whether, and they scrapped it, or whether, you know, they just never made it like that. I don't know. All right, now looking on the inside of your liner there, it's all yellow streak. Like I said, it's got that netted mesh covering it. I like the look of it. Wish they would have used it a little bit more on the outside, on the black and on the tongue, but they didn't. If you look a little bit closer in there, you can see a circle with an S. That's a size small with a Nike swoosh under there, and small covers the 9 to 10 size. I really like the materials they used on this shoe. It's very comfortable. I can't even complain. The elastic feels great on your feet as soon as you slide your foot in there. I mean, it feels like you're walking on clouds. I love it. The only thing that I wish they would have changed is that I wish that the mesh that was inside the liner there was also used a little bit around the heel and on the tongue of the black portions, because I saw pictures, like I mentioned earlier, and it looked great. With all of it being the same materials in the black, it kind of looks a little bland to me when you see them side by side. And yeah, I mean, that's my only complaint, but everything else, A+, man. Quality seems great. I mean, I don't have any complaints, like I mentioned before, as far as, you know, the construction of the shoe and everything. Those 5 dots down there, I felt like they were painted pretty well. I saw some pretty sloppy ones in videos that other people had and online. I did have one little splotch of glue, but I mean, whoever put these together, it seemed like they knew what they were doing, and you know, accidents happen, so I'm not even going to complain. Overall, very excited that Nike brought this shoe back. It's been 15 years. And this is one of the original colorways. There's another one that released with it. It was the Trouble at Home with that lightning print on it. I've also gotten those. I was going to do the review together with this one and kind of compare and contrast, but these actually came in before the other ones did. I won't have the other ones until next week. I don't know why the shipping on it is so slow, but it's creeped into my house. So I will have the review for the Trouble at Home edition as well. Great shoe to rock around casually with the summer. the colors and contrast are fantastic. That yellow, that gold, that black, along with that neutral gray, it really sets it off. It's a great looking, comfortable shoe. Overall, another great summer release by Nike. I'm looking forward to wearing this shoe in all its comfort and all its glory very, very soon. And I'm also looking forward to the Lightning colorway, the Trouble at Home, that should be arriving sometime early next week, and I'll get a review out there for you guys. If you could, please like, please subscribe, and please share with your friends and family. Let me know what you guys think. Let's hear it.